Hey everyone, we started the season today, and the first big unlock is gonna be Zookas. So already was a dirty 3 ER, picked up shock mines, flames, shock bombs, went through boom mines to flare, and we're thinking between going all the way for mines, but it's pretty brutal if you don't have instant training, so we're gonna get Zookas first. Picking these guys up, maxing them out, and we also maxed out heavies, so heavy Zooks should hopefully last a lot longer than just doing like 2-3 hits with rifles, then gotta wait a few hours. But before those hits, we can show what we were doing before, and especially on 3 ERs, taking advantage of both hidden warriors which are still level 1, but there's a smoke effect to them. So like here, 1 ER, we can flare those hidden guys. Even at level 1 they do enough damage if there's like no buildings. And on the right side, even though it looks really nasty, because they're hidden until they start attacking, you can just kind of smoke all the way. I say smoke, but it's really just flaring. Like using a few shields for boom mines. But even though it looks like they're shocked, they're still invisible. So going all the way in the back, and once you get there, throwing a shock or two. So for most 3s, that's kind of the style. You still lose a fair amount of rifles, but it gets through the base. And then this is the other big style. Like 2 engines on this side, a few on the right. And on these ones, I like flaring just around 3 rifles. We have level 3 flares, so doing a few of them. And then sometimes some go on the right side, but as long as you can afford 1 shock on the top, then a bunch of shocks and shields on the bottom. You kind of want a shield for those mortars, machine guns, but in any case, shock the flames. And even here where we lose a bunch of rifles, you can just still clear the whole base. But sending that flare early, just so you have some troops for the top ER. And the last one, flare it down. Otherwise, any 4 ERs, some of them like here without mines are a bit easier. And I thought maybe you can do a split hit, but with only rifles, it's a bit tough. So I like just going all from one side. Definitely shocking the flames, microwaves, all that splash. But you can even clear almost all the buildings, and then flare the last 2 ERs. Bring 1 shock as you get there. And we got a 242, so not a crazy time. But I think for these ranks, just enough to get to Zooks should be good enough. And now finally with heavies and Zooks, we should be able to do more hits, especially with no instant training. And facing a lot more 4 ERs. This one here, maybe we can do like a split drop, do a few boats on the left side. Even here, only 1 Zook should be enough. Can do a shield for that mortar, get this engine down, and then everyone else on the left. I think we can do 4 heavies, 3 Zooks, and then at some point just flare this last engine. So get that 1 Zook going, everyone else here. We'll do 1 Zook a bit to the right for that flame, and don't forget that shield on this side, which I guess is great for those mortars, because it shoots so slow that you can always take 1 shot. And still using some shocks as we get close. So on those heavies, maybe we'll do a shock on those cannons. Get 1 going right now. And the Flotty actually does a fair amount of damage, so go ahead and shock that too. Shield also helps on those few mines. And for the Flotty bomb too. So just waiting until that Flotty dies. That we can flare it now just to move everyone a bit to the left side. Get a shield going right here. Doesn't matter too much because it's only a few Zooks, but at least keeping them alive. And after this engine goes down, just flare the last one with 1 more shock. And you can already see, not losing a ton of troops, really helping us to just more hits. So getting this one down, around a 250 time. So even faster too. No more using all rifles and losing out after just a few hits. But that's going to be enough for 15, so getting that chest. And as far as next unlocks go, instead of going towards mines, we can first get this other troop boost. So maybe picking up this Zooka one especially, gets roughly like 35-40% extra health and damage, so a huge bonus. And it's also going to last until we stop using Zooks. So getting this right now, and then later we can see what to unlock, but keep on doing more hits. Got a match over here. This one has no flames and looks like no green mines. He has building health though, so maybe he went through Sparky. But in this base, maybe we can do another kind of split drop. Maybe even one heavy Zook on this side, and then just split on over here. So we can try something like this, just a few boats on that side, and we'll do everyone to the left and just see how they split. Got a feeling that some might go to the microwave, some on this right machine gun. But worst case, we can see how it goes and then do other flares. Always helps doing flares even during a hit, just to shift your troops around. Get a shot going for that micro. And because those troops are all going to the left side, it's still fine. Because even after a few more buildings, they should be splitting. Let's get one shot at the machine gun because not too many heavies there. And maybe once this middle one goes down, we can just flare this right engine, get a shield for those boom mines, and then go for the last one. Might be hard to tell, but that Zook boost is helping a lot. Maybe instead of like 4 seconds to kill an engine, it's down to 3, 2.5. And sometimes it makes all the difference. But we did that side flare to avoid some more mines, and again around a 250 time. Another one over here. This is a kind of a common base, where I like doing maybe a few boats on the right side, and the rest on the left. This one's a bit different where you just start some boats on the right side, they clear all those buildings, and then maybe even just one heavy 2 Zooks can get the other ERs. So on the left we'll do one heavy 2 Zooks, and on the right, because there's a lot more buildings, I like going with more heavies, because a Zook boost means fewer Zooks can still do a lot of damage. And because of that cannon there, don't even need a flare in the beginning, so just dropping everyone. So we'll go ahead, do the 5 boats on the right side, got 3 going on the left. Just watching either side, using shocks and shields as needed, especially shocking cannons now, keep the heavies alive. See where the mortar's gonna shoot, but it's looking at heavies, so don't got a shield. Just watching the right a bit, maybe shock in just a few seconds, get those cannons pinned down. And on the left there's no cannons, so even that one boat of heavies should do quite a bit. On the right, one more shock, get the microwave. And that shield because, well, it was too late for that boom mine, but sometimes when Zooks clump up, even boom mines are pretty nasty. On the right, do some more shocks, try and keep the heavies alive. And because most of these heavies are shocked, keep on doing more of it there. Even though we probably don't need a bunch of these shocks anymore, because we want to keep more troops alive, it helps out. Do one last flare to speed up maybe a few seconds. But even a base with a bunch of buildings, still around the 250s. Here we got a 3 ER, didn't see these since we got heavies and Zooks. On this one, maybe we can do even just one warrior on the left side, get that engine, and then use heavy Zooks on the right side. Maybe even some rifles help out, especially for those mines, but I guess heavies are going to be in front anyways. It wouldn't hurt even just one rifle. So one warrior on the left. And we don't need too many Zooks, so maybe something like this. We'll start with that one warrior, and I'll already start flaring this left side. Because we almost can't do anything on the right until that left ER goes down. Get one more flare going. Well, even right now, start dropping the other guys. It's fine if they go towards that sniper, because we can flare again on the right side. And those level 1 warriors, still getting it down. So just waiting on watching the left side. As the engine's down, get those flares going. And I guess the rifles are going to be in front. Don't got a shock just yet. And good thing about 3 ERs is, well, there's no cannons. So mainly just gotta worry about boom mines and those amped up flames for those heavies. So we'll do quite a few shields, especially for this cluster of boom mines. and still saving GB because at some point you might want to flare that last engine. So waiting a few more seconds. In fact, we can go ahead and flare one building just to clear a few mines first, and then maybe just go for the last one. I think hopefully it's enough, but those Zooks are going to be annoying hitting that shock mine. I just need like a few shots off, and funny enough, 3 ERs are still taking longer. But hopefully with our more defense coming up, it's going to be okay. And a close match, but we got it. We've seen so many troop combos too on the first day. Like tanks, even Scorchers, people trying to use just warriors. But I think Heavy Zooks is the one that's not only good now, but also for the long run. And this is a different kind of base. He's got mines and all that stuff. So maybe we can do a split hit. Do like a few Heavy Zooks on the right side, a few on the left. And because we have our level 3 flare, we can just maybe go in a building on that side, just trying to keep the troops divided. So we'll try Heavy Zooks on either side. So maybe something like this. It'll take a while to get through this first part, but again, that's where the Zook boost should help out. The faster we clear buildings, the faster we can do more flares. Maybe one shock right here. I guess even a shield for those boom mines. And then on the right, maybe one more shield too. Protect from a few cannon shots. But now trying to save some GBE. Heavy's doing a good job with those mines. And maybe once his flame goes down, then we can do that flare. So waiting just a few more seconds. And then the idea is just flaring one building on the right side. Because even though they're like almost about to die, you have enough GB to do shocks. Even one more right now. And the idea is they just stay divided. So Zook's on the right side. Got enough for one more shock in just a bit. And then we can flare the last engine. Shield, even though we don't really need it. And want the Zooks to speed up, but roughly a 250 time once again. And let's check out what this guy got. Overload. But looks like not fast enough. So Heavies and Zooks working out, especially for no IT. And that's going to be enough for gold, getting that chest. And still have a lot to go in 4 ER. So I think the path we're going to take is right now open up cannons. Get some defense against other people using Heavies and Zooks. But I think next, to make it even easier for us, we're going to pick up Sparky and Building Health. Once we get those two, then we can get this node and get some mines. But that's a plan for the next day or so, see how Heavy Zooks are working out. But that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.